Hi Virgo, welcome to your tarot spread. This is for your bonus reading. For those of you who have been subscribed to the channel for some time, as you know, that each month, depending on who are my top viewers, you guys get to win a bonus reading. And yes, Virgo, you guys were my top viewers for April 2021. So thank you so much for being a part of this amazing growing community. I really appreciate your support. And I'm glad that you find some meaning, relevance, guidance, or simply entertainment in these tarot messages. So we're going to go into your spread with regards to your spiritual growth, as that is what you guys voted for in the community tab. You wanted a spiritual growth bonus reading, and that is exactly what I'm doing for you right now. So let's just go across to your oracle spread here. You have trust, transformation, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. That's exactly what I've been picking up for you guys for some time now. You guys are going through a huge metamorphosis. You're being healed from the inside out. I feel like your DNA is being repaired, activated as well for these incoming frequencies. A lot of 5D energy is being channeled into the collective and through the earth itself. And I feel like you're beginning to pick up on those frequencies with more and more intensity. And the way it's assisting you at this time, Virgo, is healing you, mind, body, and spirit. So that is awesome. So whatever inner work you're doing, it's paying off. And I feel like it's really helping your divine feminine aspect to come fully online. As I can see here, that there has been some challenges with that, but that is taking place. The healing that is required to help the divine feminine be fully empowered, activated, and spiritually tapped in is coming online. It's happening. With soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. I feel like for many of you, you have felt alone. You have felt that there were others around you that just didn't simply understand where you're at in your journey, what it is that you're trying to accomplish, what your values are, what the spiritual world means to you. Perhaps you feel like you're the only one who is tapped in spiritually around you. But I feel like you are connecting more with people who are on the same frequency as you do this deep inner healing, as you release some trauma bonds, possibly trauma bonds, or if not, some energetic cords to your past timeline, to those who are connected to you energetically from a lower vibration. You will begin to come online more and more, and you will find yourself gravitating towards these new connections, people that are on the same journey as you. Everyone's journey looks different. Everyone has their own obstacles and has their own thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. But I feel like you'll be connecting with like minds, with people who are also on this healing journey, which is amazing. And through that, I feel like not only will you be able to bounce information, ideas back and forth, but you'll also have some deep support on a real empathic level, which is amazing. Almost to the point where you may have a specific connection that you don't even need to express what's going on with you. The person already sees it and feels it, and they're able to just give you that support without you having to, divulge everything and hope that they'll understand, which perhaps you had to deal with in the past. Not in this case, which is amazing. And then on the end there, you have discovering happiness. So that is your healing mantra for whenever you see this video. So I'm going to relay that message to you now, if I don't knock all the cards over. So your message here is, I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. Okay, so that's your healing mantra. I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. Very important message. Discovering happiness, yes. This is comes from a place of self-acceptance, knowing that you are on the right path. That there's absolutely nothing wrong with you, Virgo. You are whole and complete. You're a soulful divine being. And that no matter what fractures you've experienced in your ego and how the shadow aspect may have made you feel less than in the past, that doesn't change the fact that you are worthy of happiness. Okay, so that's something that's very important. So I feel like you're being guided to have more faith, more trust in self, in your spiritual journey, your elevation, and know that you are connected with source at all times. That will never change. So there's no need to fear. This is gorgeous so far, but let's keep going. So with regards to the tarot messages, as you can see here, we have the Page of Swords, that's air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Six of Cups in reverse, water energy. Queen of Cups in reverse, that's Cancer. The High Priestess in reverse, Pisces, and the Seven of Swords, air energy. So straight off the bat, we have some strong water placements coming up. Pisces, Cancerian energy. You could have these placements in your chart, possibly air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So you've learned a lot, I feel. There is a little bit of skepticism, I feel. There is still part of your left side of your brain that's trying to rationalize the unexplainable, right? Something, because especially when we're dealing with the metaphysical, we try to rationalize it in a way that makes sense with a very strict set of rules that are inherent to the 3D paradigm. But I don't feel like that's necessarily going to help you come to an understanding of what's happening on a deep cellular level and on a very ascendant spiritual level. So I feel like the way you have to look at this and rationalize it is going to be different to how you would normally rationalize whatever's taking place in your life, because this is something that almost feels inexplicable to you. It's not something you can easily explain to anyone else. It's something that's simply understood and felt through experience. So I feel like that's something you're coming to terms with, because especially with you guys, Virgo, you like to be able to wrap your head around whatever concept and be able to clearly vocalize what's taking place and what needs to take place. It's just a process that a lot of you have. You know, you like things being clearly defined and knowing that this belongs here and that has its place and this is exactly what's taking place. But I feel like part of this process is just something so beyond the 3D that it's hard to even define it. So people are going to see this change in you and they may ask you questions, but you won't necessarily know how to exactly explain what's taking place. It's just something that's very innate and personal to your experience, and that's fine. Not everything has to be explained. Now, with the Six of Cups in reverse, I feel like those childhood wounds, trauma, whatever really took place in your past that affected not only your inner child, but the divine feminine aspect of yourself in a big way, is being healed. I feel like you may have had some physical ailments that stemmed from the trauma that was stored in your cells, and that's why the divine is working on that intensely. So that trauma is no longer stored in your cells and you don't find yourself replaying certain kinds of connections, situations, or re-experiencing the trauma in your connections in certain situations, repeating the same cycles. Because people don't realize is that it affects you on every level, and it literally does change your physical makeup. So that's why you're being healed on such a deep, profound, physical and spiritual level. Now with the Queen of Cups in reverse, as I said, Cancerian energy, yes, I feel like this is going to be a huge emotional release coming off you. It's going to be a bit overwhelming. You may have felt like you've been very much emotionally unstable lately, but that is part of this process that's taking place. It does mean uprooting a lot of that trauma, those trapped emotions. So whatever you may have been compartmentalizing in your mind is now being brought to the surface. And it's a big process. It's not easy, but is it going to be highly rewarding? Absolutely, because it's going to help you reach your inner truth and your true happiness, which can only be experienced within. So this is very transformative. This is life-changing, okay, what's taking place for you. Now with the High Priestess in reverse, again, I feel like you'll know you're in the right connections, because as you're going through this journey, you'll find that you're crossing paths with others who are going on a very similar journey. And you won't even need to try and explain what it's been like or what it is, because they just know, they'll just get it. So you'll have like this unspoken understanding. There's telepathic communication with people who are a part of your soul tribe, your soul family. So that's going to be really beautiful, and that's going to be really positive for you, because you're like, oh my gosh, finally, people who get it, people who just understand. I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to try and rationalize it, justify it, to make myself look sane. They just get it because they're going through this process as well. You know, people who are on your frequency. And I feel like the communication and exchange that you'll have will be very open and heartfelt. And even that in itself can be overwhelming, because it's like, I didn't know other people like me existed out there, but they do. They really do, Virgo. We do have the Seven of Swords at the end here. So there is a need to just be careful that you don't self-sabotage based on past experiences, because even though there is a lot of healing taking place, there may be a situation that arises, not so much as a test, but because you are going through these big changes, energetically, those you were in connection with in the past are going to feel it. So usually that's when certain people from the past tend to reappear, and then that's where you have an opportunity to demonstrate if you will fall into those same patterns, or if you really have truly upgraded, understood the need for change here, and are taking a new course, right? A new path. So we'll see. But it's looking very good. Just want to see if there's any other information you need to know. I feel like this is pretty clear. What else does Virgo need to know about the Seven of Swords? Yeah, Four of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So we've got two sevens there. That's very spiritually ascendant, right? In its ascendant form, that is. You know, that is spiritual growth, evolution, ascension. So I feel like you are going through a deep healing period. You're learning a lot. You're growing. You're in this space of incubation, and you may be bursting to get out there, to find your tribe, to do these things, to make these plans, to take action, to manifest your abundance. But you're being asked to be patient, because this process you're undergoing is huge. It doesn't happen overnight. There are stages to it. So you're being asked to be patient, not only with your manifestations and finding these connections, but also with your healing itself. Because like I said, there's stages to it, okay? There's multiple aspects to it. But you've come a long way, and I feel like you're going to be surprised that when you are ready to spring into action, how different you feel, how different things look. And people are definitely going to notice the change. But this is going to lead you to a lot of happiness and true fulfillment, as well as abundance. So it's important that with this energy here, that you don't rush the process. Because again, you might find yourself repeating past patterns that's going to just have you looping back around, which is not what you want. Seeing as you're trying to break the threshold here. Any last parting advice for Virgo before we close the reading? Okay, so Eight of Swords in reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So you see, Four of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. So this is essentially like telling me that as long as you can stay in this high vibration, to not let your fears, your past trauma, your past experiences, disappointments, betrayals, letdowns, heartache stop you from being in this truest expression of yourself, from going through this metamorphosis, through attracting what it is that's truly aligned to you. You will get what it is that you want. I feel like there is a blessing coming for you. I felt it with that Four of Swords that I pulled for you before. There is a divine blessing coming in for you, but you have to be open to receiving it. If you're in this energy of needing to hang on to every little thing that you have in your life, whether it's financially, energetically, emotionally, you're only going to attract lack. But if you just open up and be willing to share that energy, embrace the energy, have that beautiful flow, then I feel like you're going to receive a significant blessing here that's going to help you along this path towards the Ten of Pentacles, building a strong legacy here. So this is amazing, Virgo. I really hope this reading helped. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click the notifications bell so you know when the next set of readings go up on the channel. And again, thank you so much for your support. For those of you who already have subscribed, that watch my videos on the regular, it means everything to me, and it really does help this channel to grow. So I am sending you all the best in this journey. It's looking incredible, and I look forward to doing your weekly readings. So take care. Bye for now.